Today we're going to talk about some dotted eighth note fill and groove ideas. So to get started, let's make sure we're on the same page as to what a dotted eighth note is. So dotted notes are defined as a note that takes up 3 of its next lowest note value. So today we're going to be using dotted eighths. So a normal eighth note takes up 2/16, its next lowest note value. So a dotted eighth note is going to take up 3/16. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to demonstrate this on the hi-hat. I'm going to play a single stroke pattern, and I'm going to count and put an emphasis on the dotted eighth notes. So I'm going to play it in 4/4, and here it goes. 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and a 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and a 1. Now you may have noticed at the end of the measure, going back to the beginning, it's a 1. And that's because the measure, the pattern itself starts over after one measure of 4/4. So the last dotted eighth note falls on the 4, the next one falls on 1. So that's why you have that. One way we can apply this around the drum set is, I'll show you first by just starting on the snare. I'm going to take the same pattern and just move it to the snare. So check this out. Here's a little bit faster. Another way we can apply this around the kit is by taking the same pattern and incorporating the tom-toms, or the rack tom and the floor. So what I'm going to do is all the dotted notes will be played on the toms. So here it goes. And here it is a little bit faster. Alright, so let's go ahead and talk about a dotted eighth note groove idea. What I'm going to do is I'm going to, for the first groove, is play 16th notes on the hi-hat, and the dotted eighth notes are going to be played with the open hi-hat. I'm going to put a snare on 2 and 4, and I'm going to have my bass drum line up with the open hi-hats, basically playing the dotted eighths as well. Here's how that would sound. You may have noticed that halfway through I took out the open hi-hat on the 4. I did that just because I found through teaching that sometimes students don't like the way it sounds where you open the hi-hat on the 4 and then open it again on 1. So just a slight variation you can throw in there. Another way you can play this is take the same groove idea, move your right hand to the ride cymbal, and play all the dotted eighth notes on the bell. Everything else would be the same. So check this out. Alright, so there are some dotted eighth note groove and fill ideas. I hope you enjoyed the lesson. Thanks for checking it out.